Hello friends, welcome to Python tutorial for beginners series. So in this video we will discuss about list data type. So at first let's see what is list data type and how it is created. So this is very simple. A list is created by placing elements inside square bracket with comma separated. But before that, let's see why we should use list. Okay, so what is the benefit of using list? So let's say I have to store a data. So I can write like this: a equals to 56. Now this value will be stored in this variable a. It is very simple. Now what if I have to store one more data? So I can again create a new variable and I can store new data. In this way, now let's say I have to store 100 of such datas. So I have to declare 100 variables, and which is not feasible. Okay, so in this case we have to use a list. Now what will happen in list? We will declare a variable for a single time and we will store any number of values inside it. So this is the benefit of list. So as you can see, I have written here storing multiple data of multiple types. So this is the benefit that why list is used a lot. Means we can store multiple data of multiple data types. Okay, so this is the benefit of using list in a single variable. Now see how to create list. And one more thing, whenever you see a line started with this hash symbol, which means this is a comment, this is not a code. So whenever you have to write a comment in Python, you have to start the line with this hash symbol. So wherever you are seeing this hash symbol, all these are comments and this is not a code. Okay, now see how to create list. So this is very simple. To create a list you have to do nothing, just you have to give a name of the list. So let's say I name it, you can name anything. So I can name it, suppose, new list. Just give a name, then equal to sign and then square bracket. Okay, and that's all, list has been created. Now how to confirm this? So we can print the type of this variable, type of new list. Okay, type of new list. If I did this and I run this, you can see it is of type list. So whenever you have to create a list, you have to just use this square bracket. And now to store the data, just give the data inside this. So let's say 123, and if you have to store another data, just give a comma, then 124, anything you can use. And you can use any data type. Okay, you can store a variable also, you can store string also. Okay, so that's all, the list has been created. Just give a name, this name will be the name of list, equal to sign and then a square bracket. And you can see I've used the data of different data types. Integer is there, float is also there. Okay, just give comma, float is also there, string is also there. So you can use in multiple data types inside list. And now if I run this, you can see this is also of type list. So this is very simple to create a list. Use the square bracket and give data one by one by giving comma. Okay, and suppose you have to insert one more data, then again give a comma and write like this. Okay, so this is very simple, I think. Now let's say I have created this list. Okay, I have created this list. Now how I can access, how I can get the individual values? So let's say I want this value or this one, any value I want, how we can get this? Because if I call this variable, we will get the whole list. But if I want a certain data, a single data, how we will extract it? So now we will see how to access the element of the list. Okay, now let's say I want to get this value. Let's say I want to get this hello. I want to take this out. So how we can extract this? So to access any element, there is a concept of indexing. So suppose we have created this list. Now there is a concept of indexing. Indexing means each values we are giving some index so that we can use later. So the indexing starts from 0. So the first value is of 0 index, then this one is of 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, like this. Okay, so indexing, keep this thing in mind, indexing always start from 0. So the first value inside the list is having index 0. So if I print, let's say if I print the name of the list, you have to write new list, and then square bracket and then index. Okay, so let's say I want to get the value at index 0. If I run this, you can see I got 123, which is at 0th index. Now similarly, if I will change this to 1, we will get the next value. Similarly for 2, 3, 4. So if I want hello, then it is at index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is at index 4. So if I give 4 here, now if I run this, I will get hello. So in this way, you can take out any value inside the list by using the indexing. And one thing in mind, keep it in mind, indexing starts from 0. Okay, so this was about how to take out the individual elements. Now suppose I have created this list, then sometime I want to change the value inside this list. So how to change this? So this is very simple. Just you have to write the name of list, which is in this case new list, again a square bracket, and here also we will use indexing. So if I want to change this value, so this is at index 0. So just keep 0 and assign the new value. So suppose 123 instead of this I want 100. So that's all. This value has been changed. Okay, now we can confirm this by printing the list. Okay, now if I run this, you can see the new list. Initially the list was having 123 at 0th index, but now we are having 100 at 0th index. Similarly, you can change the index of any index. Okay, so any value you can change by using this indexing. Instead of 1, suppose I want to change the value at index 1, it is 123, and suppose I want to change this to 200. Now if I run this, you can see 200. So this is very simple. Now how to add new value? So suppose this list has been created. So in this case I have taken one example. I have created this list having the name val, and this is the initial list. Now suppose I want to add a new value, so we can use append. Okay, this is very simple. Just name of the list you have to give, in this case val dot append, and then inside the bracket you have to give whatever value you want to append. So in this case I am trying to add value 100 at last. Okay, append will basically insert at last. Okay, so it will add 100 and we can print this. So let's say I print this val. So see, initially val was up to 11, but after this append 100 has been added successfully. So this was about append. Now finally we will see how to delete any values. So I have taken one more list. I have created this L. You can use any name, okay, but keep the naming convention in mind. If you do not know about naming convention of variable, you can watch my first video of this series. So let's say in this case I have created a list. This is the initial list and I want to delete a value. So you have to just write del, del, and then name of the list, in this case L, the square bracket, and then whatever index you want to delete the value at. So in this case I have written 0, means it will delete this value, 34 will be deleted because this is at index 0. And now I am trying to print L. Okay, so I think 34 should not be there if I print. So let me run this. Now see, 34 is no longer here. Similarly, suppose, okay, so similarly I have written 0 index, but suppose I want to delete. So this is the so now list is this one, 33, 12, 11. But suppose now I want to delete 33 also. So again I will write L0 and then I will print L. Now I run this, you can see we are only having 12 and 11. So in this way you can delete any index. And one more thing, finally if you want to delete entire list also, that is also possible. Just write del and then name of list. Okay, del L. Now this L list will be deleted. Okay, now the moment I run this, it means list has been deleted. But now if I will try to print this, we will get error because since L has been deleted, it is no longer present. So I will get one error. Yeah, you can see name L is not defined because this has been deleted. So this was all about a list data type, and please go through my entire series if you want to learn Python. Thank you guys.